the Me Too movement here, because that is a
God.
serious. Let me get to it. That is a serious thing for black men, because now they are framing the Me Too movement, and they have solidified it as putting it the face of it as black men. We just heard about Todd Bridges with the other lady from Different Strokes, which they were teenagers 40 years ago. Okay, we know Todd Bridges' story. If anybody should be a representative, as he stated before, of Me Too, it should be Todd Bridges, but he was a victim. Okay, then they tried to go in after Jamie Foxx. So
that one was just ridiculous.
Yeah. So now, you know, every week it's some black man they trying to frame in the Me Too movement, and 9 times out of 10, so far 10 times out of 10, it's been a white woman has been attached to that. Okay, so the only 3 black men I saw that fought back and they shut up about him was Tavis Smiley. He fought back. The media shut the hell up. Russell Simmons, he fought back. The media shut up. And now Morgan Freeman, because I mean he got his lawyer involved and they shut up about him. Okay, so fellas, let me see. He been quiet. Kellen, Me Too movement.
Me Too movement. This one is big. And you mentioned Tavis Smiley. Tavis Smiley, to my knowledge, still hasn't got his show back. So, you know, justice has not been served. Because nowadays anybody can say anything. And Hollywood has been Hollywood since its beginning. You had powerful men who, you know, would go have fun. Some would abuse their power with women. That's been Hollywood. People have had things on tape. Hugh Hefner was one of the biggest, right? If he was still alive, people might, you know, have called him out, but nothing would have happened because of certain connections and some people being embarrassed. Hollywood probably, you know, has tons more stories, but for us, they're intimidated by us. And they show that even in the adult film industry. They show how, you know, you have a thing called the cockhole where they want to watch us perform with their women.
Hold on, Kellen. Hold on, let me interject. Yeah. That is the weakest, extremely beta male thing you could do. You want to watch a black man lay down with your woman, and you want to sit there and watch that crap? No straight alpha male would ever, even if his woman even mentioned that, she out the door. But I had to add that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, but that happens more than just in Hollywood. You can go to the Green Door, Trapeze, Power Exchange. You pick the city. You can Google those names, and you can see that happening every night. And people in San Francisco at clubs make, you know, $15,000 and up at movies. And you could. These are clubs where you're allowed to go freak off however you want to freak off. I know Dynas knows about the one in Atlanta. Not that he goes there. But you know, but these clubs are in every city. You have them in almost every city, and I've traveled to many and lived in many. So you know, this Me Too movement, of course, they're going to target us more harshly. America was never built for us. We were here to build it, and then I think, you know, go elsewhere. Where I've been to a little over 10 countries, and I find peace when I am out in these countries, and you know. I'm gonna have my summer spent out in different countries because this Me Too movement, all someone has to do is say something about you. We used to book models for different magazines, you know, and a lot of times when you had the only female magazine owner in hip hop was Julia Beverly. And Julia Beverly, you know, you could send your photos and everything could go cool. But every magazine male owner that was out there could be accused of something, whether he got the photos or not, because someone could say, well, I slept with him or he made me feel a certain way. I think this is an easy way for us to target them. Anybody who's had to fight a case knows all they have to do is accuse you, and then you have to fight it and prove your innocence when it's supposed to be the opposite in America. You're supposed to be innocent till proven guilty, but you're guilty until you prove your innocence. And so it's an easy way for them to keep this fight going, because one thing they know that black folk, especially men, we can make some babies. Phil, you talk about it all the time, you've never seen a black man and a white woman get together that cannot have kids, but constantly they can't have kids. And here in Seattle, we constantly, being from California, I can see how every time they want to have some children, go get a black guy, whether they want to stay with them. It's a lot of lesbians here in Seattle who will just get a black guy just for the kids. And they'll marry him and everything and play the game. I got a couple friends who are caught up in those situations. But this Me Too movement, it's just a way for us to, especially if you're in entertainment or have some type of power position, to knock you off. I got neighbors who got knocked off and they were doing social services because they touched the shoulder of somebody, but when they want to get us out of the game, they've done it with Tupac. They try to do it with Kobe, with Tyson. They try to knock you out saying you're a sexual predator. And that goes to why marijuana was, criminalized for so long, because they were worried what we were going to do with their women. So the Me Too movement is just another assault. The real question is, what are we going to do about it? And are you going to stay in a place that constantly hits you over the head? Or are you going to invest in something where you and your children can be at peace at some point? Because fighting is cool, but you'll catch a heart attack at 60 trying to fight this fight forever. Me, I'm trying to enjoy some of these little coins. So that's my thing on the Me Too. It's just a way to get us out.
Dynast.
No, I mean, like Kellen was saying, man. I mean, it's just I think a lot of that Me Too is just taking away wealth from not only the black community but black men in general. I mean, look at Morgan Freeman. I mean, he lost his visa endorsement. He lost some other endorsements. And if you listen to, the women who are claiming that he harassed, I mean, the shit is just so weak. And I'm like, hold on. So this man just lost, hundreds of thousands in endorsements because he looked at you a certain way. Are you serious? So it's to the point now, I mean, even flirting with a girl, you could lose everything. And I just think it has to do with the feminizing the black man, because they know we have swag. They know we could pull just about any woman on the planet, no matter what demographic, what race she is. And I just think this Me Too movement and, the way they're going after black men and what they're claiming they're doing is just a way just to say, hey, don't even look at women, because this is what's going to happen. We're going to take everything from you. And that's what's going on. But like what Kellen said, why continue to invest, especially those who are pursuing Hollywood? Why continue to invest and waste your time pursuing a industry that's telling you that, look, either you're going to be a killer Sambo, you're going to have to put on a dress. And if you're a heterosexual male, if you even look at a woman or even wink, we're taking everything away from you. I mean, why even do that? And these days too, and I wish I would have went this route when I was pursuing the industry. I mean, all you have to do is have a cell phone, a camera phone, shoot your own skits, and you're going viral and you're making more money than a lot of these cats in the industry who are knocking on doors, got to show their, got to show up and read lines and send off their headshots and then deal with all the politics and the bullshit. So I just don't see the purpose of even trying to pursue Hollywood or the entertainment industry these days. Because again, if you're not a killer Sambo, you have to be a killer Sambo, destructive clown. You have to put on a dress. Or if you're a so-called alpha male, if you even wink or look at a woman, here comes Me Too movement.
Yeah, Taurine, what would you take on that?
Well, you already know, by the way, when you started to frame the question, how I feel about it. But let me just say it right now, and excuse my French, but I cannot stand the Me Too times up bitches. I can't. I really can't. Because it's like, well, first off, how it started off with the person who founded it and how they managed to take that and twist it and bastardize it into their own vision or their own version of what it is now. It's just it's crazy. And like I said, I think at this point they're not going to slow down at any point. They got their golden goose in what they on Bill Cosby, and now they are going times what seems to be times 1,000, because the recent one with Jamie Foxx and that one, I'm like, you really gonna accuse this man of assault because he supposedly slapped his penis across your face during sex? Really? 16 years ago? When I saw that headline, I thought it was a joke until I actually Googled it and saw that it was real. And I'm glad that he's taking legal action to go back at this woman. And like some people have said about Todd Bridges, he was molested as a kid. And they're not going to say anything about it. They didn't even say anything about it when Terry Crews came out and said what happened to him when that white guy had grabbed his junk in front of his wife. They just blew it off and said, oh, well, Terry Crews is this big buff black guy. He should have been able to handle himself. In so many words, that's what they said. Even when Lupita Nyong'o came out and said what she said about Harvey Weinstein, her stuff only stayed in the media for what, maybe a day or two, and it was gone. And that's why I said that when it comes to this Me Too, Time's Up, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't have a place for black people. So that's why I'm mad even more mad when I see a lot of black people jump onto that gravy train. And I actually did a live stream last night on my live channel, and I had to go in on Sean King because he put out a tweet involving Jamie Foxx where he said that over like maybe 6 months ago, these were his words. He said several black actresses came to him and said that Jamie Foxx had did something to them that caused issues on the set and why they don't want to work with him. I said so many red flags came up when he said that. I said, if this happened 6 months ago or whenever you claim that you talked to these actresses, why didn't you say anything then? And these actresses that you claim to talk to, who are they? Because he didn't drop not one name. He didn't mention any names. He just let it be so vague. And he said several, so he didn't give an exact number of who he talked to. And my last question was, why would they come to you for a so-called exclusive when they could have went to, say, Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood, hell, even TMZ? Why would they come to you? So, and when I was looking through his thread, people was going in on him, and rightfully so. He has earned the title of Talcum X for a
Talcum
reason.
X.
Talcum X.
Talcum X. I was just about to say that.
I said that man is to not be trusted at all. I was so mad when I received that because one of my subscribers had sent me that tweet, and I was so mad when I had read that because he has a history of doing stuff like that. Like, he will cover himself up to make it seem like he's quote unquote pro-black woman, and then he'll hop the fence and he'll be on whatever wave he can jump on when it comes to attacking black men the next.
Well, you know, he came underneath that wave of Black Lives Matter, so you already know, right? With that. Harvey, what's your take on Me Too, man?
Well, brother, you know I've been yelling about this for about 4 years. It started with that catcall video when that white one went through New York and not one person was white in the video. And there's nothing but brothers. That was a dry run. Then they went after R. Kelly again for something that we've known damn near 30 years. Then they brought Bill Cosby. When people brought Woody Allen, they bagged off. But then when they realized, they say, hey, wait a minute, all these rich black men, and you got the black president, we got to put these niggas in check. So how you destroy black men? You accuse them of messing with children, or murder, or messing with a white woman. And anytime a white woman yelled, the media quickly proclaimed him as victim. People should be suspicious when Gloria Allred get involved. She seemed to only go after black men. I mean, it's like everything you turn her and her daughter, they go after some brother. But my thing is, the Me Too movement is a joke within itself, because when they came out saying Me Too, why don't you go create another organization, Time's Up? That means they don't want the black woman to be a face and be the leader of the group. So that should tell black women right there you're being played. But then you got women coming out 40 years later saying, oh, by the by, I touched you. Black men should be definitely afraid of this, because what if some girl in our class who had a crush on us and we ignored them? They said, I'm going to get that motherfucker. I'm going to say he did something to me. You have no proof that you didn't. I mean, look at Todd Bridges. He's the only surviving member of Different Strokes. So Gary Coleman not here to defend him. The old girl that played Kimberly that was giving him ass, she ain't here to defend him. The father ain't here to defend him. And the woman that was on the Facts of Life, she was on the Facts of Life. So it's just his word against everybody else. I mean, this woman wait till they damn near seeing citizens to say, oh, by the by, he kissed me inappropriately. What? I mean, and then Jamie Foxx, as soon as he said, I'm dating Katie Holmes, I said, watch, he gonna get a Me Too then. And then look at Harvey Weinstein. They got evidence. They got audio of him admitting that he did stuff. They didn't make him do the perp walk like they did Bill Cosby. See, Bill Cosby is that ultimate get. When you had Judd Apatow and them saying, we're going to destroy his legacy. We're going to get him. When they said he was guilty by the court of public opinion, I told you, I said, watch me turn into the black man witch hunt movement. Every week, it's something about a brother. And you notice every week, there's been a white woman that's been involved in confronting us. The brothers of Starbucks, the brothers barbecuing, the brothers selling the house. Then you got on this one video I saw where this white woman got to this dude's car, was in his door, dared him to hit her. See,
I know exactly.
We had to look at our stuff.
I see.
Oh, you saw it our foot there, but our women is giving them cover. Oh, they're not victims. I saw the interview with old boy from Family Matters, how he was basically saying these women waited 30 years or so, they're thirsty. Because my thing is, if Bill Cosby and any other man touched you 50 or 30 years ago, since when a white woman afraid to go down out a black man? They're taught from the cradle, from before they can walk, talk, or whatever, to say that nigger is the enemy. Don't let him touch you. I've never seen a white woman being afraid to damn out a black man. Now it's like, Bill Power, really? Dr. Huxtable? You mean you didn't go to the doctor? You didn't go to the police? You didn't tell anybody? Now you're going to have to tie up Bridges? Of all people? It's a witch hunt. And this is basically trying to check alpha black male saying, know your place. We can destroy you at any time just by us saying you did something.
Willie? Let's take on me too, buddy.
You talking to me?
Yeah. You on the Willie on the panel, brother?
I thought you said Billy.
No, I said Willie.
Oh, because I be Billy sometimes, Okay. All right, well, here it is, man. First off top, Me Too, Time's Up. They got some good qualities in terms of fighting for women's rights when it's really about a woman that has actually been victimized. So it's so there at its core, when you talk about that part of it, it seems like something noble to get behind. But then it brings you back to when you have the wrong kind of people involved and you have power that corrupts, and then absolute power corrupts absolutely. And it reminds me of what goes on in the police department. At its core, the police department idealistically sounds like a great idea. We're going to have these groups of people who are signing up to protect the neighborhood. And in some cases, they serve as deterrents to crime. In some cases, they go in and they take down the bad guy. But all too often, because they have so much power, they abuse their power. And this is what's going on with the Me Too movement and the Time's Up movement. They're abusing their power and they're allowing women to actually come out and straight up lie. And they're backing these lies without doing any type of vetting. As soon as a woman say, Me Too, okay, we got you, girl. And they go right in and start attacking a man and trying to bring him down. And even if the man is innocent of the crime, just the accusation of sexual assault taints your name. It puts a stain on your relationships, and it makes people become withdrawn from you in terms of business and even in your personal life. So this game that they're playing is very, very dangerous. And I suspect that sometime real soon that the tables will turn and men will start fighting back a lot more vigorously. And I do believe also there will be some actual casualties along the way with some of these women who are coming out and accusing men of these things, because some of these women, everybody ain't going to accept it. I'm going to tell you straight up. Everybody not going to accept you lying on them. Everybody just not going to just roll over and say, okay, yeah, you lied and I got to accept it. And I'd say this too about the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement. They look at black women as a joke. Black women always jumping on the cause to ride for white women causes, and they gets nothing out of it in the end. They out there marching, they out there organizing, and then when the police ride on black women, where is Me Too? Where the hell is Time Up? You know what? Me Too and Time Up said, man, time is up. Shit, it's black. The black woman got attacked. Time up, nigga, I'm out. You know, they ain't worried about no black woman getting attacked by the police. They don't care about black women being sexually assaulted. When black women get sexually assaulted, the only time that they really care is when they can use that opportunity as a backdrop to attack a famous black man. If they can help bring down a famous black man. Notice, ain't no black women out there have brought down no famous white men yet. No prominent white men. That ain't happened. You know, black women got to ask themselves, why is that not happening? I mean, nobody likes to be made a fool out of. You can't see that you're being made a fool out of. You want to be a sucker? You really want to be a sucker? Okay, it's cool for the men not to make you out of a sucker, a chump. But the white women, hey, all day long, because I want to be so much like you. I want to be so much like you. I'll ride for your cause. I'll do whatever you need me to do. You know, spit on me, kick me around. While they run around here worried about how black men treat them, they need to be worried about how white women treat them. You know, while you worried about how the black men, white folks, these police officers are killing your sons, you know, you gotta think about who enabling these police officers. You know, these white police officers that kill black men, that kill black boys. Do you know these white police officers was raised by white women? Do you understand that? This is a fundamental. This shit is rudimentary. These white women are raising these white men who are killers. They are raising these white mass murderers. They're raising them. A white woman raised Donald Trump. White women, it is time for them to get called out for their part in white supremacy. White women have played an integral role in white supremacy. They are the ones who sex these white supremacists when they come home. You know, these racists, they give them sex, they give them encouragement, they give them love, they nourish them, and they raise their baby to be just like them. These are white women. These are white women roles that they're playing in this stuff. Now, of course, I'm not saying, you know, like you say, Phil, it's not all white women, every single white woman. No, but if the shoe fit, wear it, and I ain't apologizing, never. I don't give a damn what I'm trying to do out here. I got a lot of things going on, and if somebody don't like what I'm saying, I ain't apologizing. I don't give a damn, because I ain't trying to be right. I'm trying to be righteous. So I'm telling you straight up what's going on. It's time for them to start. People got to start opening their eyes and seeing what the play is. They've been running the same play for the last 400-some years. We see what they're doing, and we still falling for the damn play. It's like, man, I know it. If I know a play that somebody finna run, I can guarantee you, if I used to box, okay? Now, I can sit back and watch a fight, and I can tell you what a fighter gonna get hit with, get knocked out with. I can tell you just by studying that fighter for one round, I can tell you if he don't make a correction, this is what the punch that's gonna knock him out. Now, I'm sitting back here and I'm watching the play. I'm seeing how they doing it. I see the play, I see the drug play that they're running. I see the play that they're running on getting black men to sell drugs. It's a very, very simple play. Black daddy out of the house, black male, 14, 15 years old, want to be the man of the house, ain't no money. Mama been calling you the man of the house. You got to start acting like a man of the house. You're already having sex, so you got to start bringing in some money because nobody likes to be poor and be suffering and see their mama suffer. So let me get on out here and try to be the man that my daddy was and fill his shoes prematurely. Now, next thing you know, I'm dead or I'm in jail. Because I'm selling dope, I'm out here because I'm trying to get it. That's the play. So you dead, you in jail, your life is over. You know, you get out of jail, you got a jacket on your back, and whatever you was trying to work for, all that money you was trying to get, whatever that was you was trying to get, when you get out of jail, you got to start at square one, and you still got them same problems. Only thing different is that now you got a jacket on your back. You can't even live in certain places. You can't even live in certain apartment places and stuff when you got that jacket on your back. So now you made your situation just that much harder. And as far as like the men having sex with these women that's in the Hollywood, let me tell you, man, everybody know about the casting couch. That's part of the game. Look, it ain't just Hollywood, it's life, period. I do something for you, well, what you gonna do for me? Now, you can play the game or you ain't got to play the game. But if you choose to play the game, you can't play the game and play the victim at the same time. And a lot of these women are playing the game and they're playing the victim. Now, if you ain't playing the game and you get caught up and somebody abuse you, man, I'm all for it. I'm gonna ride for you. I ride for you because I don't like no sexual predators. I ride for you if the dude wrong, somebody took advantage of you, they violated you, you know, you went to a dude apartment and he got a little bit too aggressive and you pushed him off and he kept coming anyway. You pushed him out, he kept coming anyway. And, you know, he took it. Hey, man, you got a case and I'll defend you. I'll defend you all the way to the fucking end of earth. But if he come on to you and you just open up and let him bust it open and then come back later and say he ready, get the hell out of here. You cannot play the game and play the victim.
Uncle Willie, you tonight. You going in. Willie going in. For real. But you know what, Willie, I'm reading the chat room as you talking, man, and you spit nothing but that hot fire, and then that's what, you know, the people need to hear, man. Because see, this the whole reason we wanted to have this is because black men do not get environments to talk like this, because all these shows on TV is full of women. They don't let black men talk. So, you know, why not, you know, we try to start